familiar with acids, bases and salts, today we shall see what are buffer solutions. You know that pure water is neutral in nature. That means its pH is 7, and pure water, its pH must remain constant. But when pure water is present in the atmosphere, it absorbs the carbon dioxide from atmosphere and its nature becomes acidic, means its pH cannot remain constant. Again, we know that when we prepare jams, jellies, or pickles in home without adding any chemical preservative, they will spoil in few days. But these things which we purchase from the market have a long life. What is the difference? If we see the list of ingredients on the packets of such things, we can observe that sodium benzoate, here see, sodium benzoate is used as one of the preservative. You can see the sodium benzoate on different packets of pickles, jams and jellies. So what is the role of sodium benzoate in such things? We will see, or we will get the answer of this in today's video about the buffer solution. So what is buffer? Remember the meaning of buffer. The word buffer is, meaning of it is shock absorber. Means we have to give the shock to the solutions. Which shock we can give? See, pH of the solution depend upon concentration of H plus ions and concentration of OH minus ions. Means if we change the concentration of H plus ions and concentration of OH minus ions, pH will change. So when we add small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base in any solution, its pH cannot remain constant. But there are some solutions which resist to change their pH value even if we add small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base, or you add water, that means you dilute the solution. These solutions are called as buffer solutions. Means we are giving the shock of addition of H plus ions or OH minus ions to these solutions, but these solutions absorb this shock, and so these are called as buffer solutions. So we shall see what are buffer solutions in detail. So buffer solutions are the solutions which have fixed pH value. Their pH value cannot change by addition of small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base. So buffer solution is defined as the solution which resists to change in its pH value by addition of small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base, or even if you dilute the buffer solution, its pH remains constant. That is called as buffer solution. So remember that when you add small amount, remember here the word used are small amount, not large amount. Some buffer solution has the capacity to absorb the shock given by addition of strong acid or strong base, and that is called as buffer capacity. So remember that the word used is small amount, and so buffer solution is a solution which resists to change in its pH value by addition of small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base, or even we dilute the solution. That is called as buffer solution. Now we shall study buffer solutions in detail. Which are the types of buffer solutions? There are two types of buffer solutions. Remember, there are two types of buffer solution. The first one is acidic buffer, and the second one is basic buffer. So from these two words you can understand what is acidic buffer and what is basic buffer. You can say that acidic buffer is the buffer, that is the solution having pH value constant and its pH value must be less than 7. So the buffer solution having pH value less than 7 is called as acidic buffer. And what is basic buffer? It also has its pH value constant. That means it cannot change by addition of small amount of strong acid, strong base, or even we add small amount of water. the pH of these two buffers remain constant. And here acidic buffer has the pH less than 7 and basic buffer has the pH greater than 7. So remember here there are two main types of buffer solutions, acidic buffer solution and basic buffer solution. What is acidic buffer? It has the value of pH constant and which is less than 7, and basic buffer, it has also pH value constant and it has the pH which is greater than 7. Now how these buffer solutions are prepared, how acidic buffer is prepared and how basic buffer is prepared. Acidic buffer is prepared by addition of, or it is the mixture of, acidic buffer is a mixture of weak acid and salt of the same weak acid. Remember, salt of the same weak acid with strong base. Acidic buffer is prepared by mixing weak acid. Now you know what are weak acid or which are weak acids, and salt of that same weak acid with strong base. You have to take the salt of weak acid and strong base, but this salt must be of the same weak acid which we have taken already. Now we can explain this by using one example. You know, acidic buffer is a mixture of weak acid CS3COOH. It is the weak acid, that is acetic acid. And here when acetic acid reacts with strong base, that is suppose NaOH. Now the second solution is salt of the weak acid with strong base. Which weak acid we have taken here? Acetic acid. And this reacts with strong base NaOH. So when CS3COOH reacts with NaOH, the salt obtained is CS3COONA, that is sodium acetate. So remember here CS3COOH and CS3COONA. The mixture of these two solutions will work as acidic buffer. That is, it has the pH value constant. When you add small amount of strong acid, it will remain constant. When you add small amount of strong base, it will remain constant. Or if you dilute the solution, it will remain constant. So this is the example of acidic buffer, that is weak acid and salt of the same. Remember here the word important is same. CS3COOH is a weak acid and its salt with strong base, that is its salt with NaOH, CS3COONA. The mixture of these two will give you acidic buffer. Now what is basic buffer? How it is prepared? Basic buffer is a mixture of weak base and salt of the same weak base. Remember here also it is salt of the same weak base with strong acid. See here, in basic buffer we have to take weak base. For example, ammonium hydroxide, it is a weak base. And the second solution is its salt with strong acid. Suppose we have NH4OH reacts with HCl, strong acid HCl. Now which salt will be produced here? NH4Cl. And so NH4OH plus NH4Cl. This solution or this mixture will work as basic buffer. So remember here it has a pH value greater than 7 and it will remain constant when you add small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base, or when you add small amount of water also it will remain constant. So these are the two types of buffer solutions, acidic buffer and basic buffer. How acidic buffer and basic buffer are prepared, now we have understood. We shall examples of acidic buffer. Now acidic buffer is the mixture of weak acid and salt of the same weak acid with strong base. I explained the first example here, CS3COOH plus CS3COONA, like this. See here second example, HCN, hydrocyanic acid, is weak acid and its salt with strong base. Now HCN, when it reacts with strong base NaOH, you can obtain the salt NaCN. And so this is the second example, that is HCN plus NaCN. This mixture will work as acidic buffer. You can use same weak acid and the salt of this weak acid with strong base KOH. what will happen here? HCN plus KOH, it will give you KCN, and so HCN plus KCN, this is also example of acidic buffer. Like this, H2CO3, carbonic acid, this is weak acid, its salt with NaOH is Na2CO3. So the mixture of H2CO3 plus Na2CO3 work as acidic buffer. Like this, from this weak acid you can make another example. H2CO3, when it reacts with KOH, you can obtain K2CO3. So H2CO3 plus K2CO3, this is also the example of acidic buffer. Next, C6H5COOH, benzoic acid, this is weak acid, its salt with NaOH is C6H5COONA, sodium benzoate. So this mixture will work as acidic buffer. Like this, you can prepare the salt by using KOH. HCOOH, formic acid, it is weak acid, its salt with strong base NaOH, HCOONA. So HCOOH plus HCOONA, this is the example of acidic buffer. Like this, you can make different examples of acidic buffer. So the examples of basic buffer also. Basic buffer is a mixture of weak base and salt of the same weak base with strong acid. The first example we have seen here, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide. It reacts with strong acid HCl. It will give you NH4Cl. So the mixture of NH4OH and NH4Cl works as basic buffer. Like this, you can prepare the next salt also. If you add H2SO4, you can obtain another salt. If you add HNO3, you can obtain another salt. Like this, by using NH4OH as a weak base, you can prepare different basic buffers also. CuOH twice, it is a weak base. Its salt with HCl will give CuCl2, and therefore CuOH twice plus CuCl2, it will work as basic buffer. Like this, MgOH twice plus MgCl2. MgOH twice is a weak base. Its salt with strong acid HCl is MgCl2. So MgOH twice plus MgCl2 will work as basic buffer. MgOH twice, when it reacts with H2SO4, you can obtain MgSO4. Like this, MgOH twice plus MgSO4, it will give you basic buffer. AlOH thrice, it reacts with HCl, you can obtain AlCl3. So the mixture of AlOH thrice plus AlCl3 works as basic buffer. Again, CuOH twice, when it reacts with H2SO4, it will give you CuOH twice plus CuSO4. It has the pH greater than 7, and its pH value will remain constant, and therefore it is called as basic buffer. Like this, you can prepare different examples of basic buffers. pH of buffer solution can be calculated by using the equation. That equation is called as Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. Now, for acidic buffer, remember, for acidic buffer, pH of this buffer can be calculated by using the formula pH of acidic buffer is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of salt upon concentration of acid. If you have to calculate pH of the acidic buffer, you have to use this formula. pH of acidic buffer is equal to pKa. What is pKa? Remember here, pH is minus log of concentration of H plus. Like this, what is pKa? It is also minus log of Ka. You know what is Ka? Ka is dissociation constant of acid. Now you know that acidic buffer is prepared by mixing weak acid and salt of that weak acid with strong base, and that weak acid has one constant that is called a dissociation constant of acid, Ka. For example, CS3COOH, it is weak acid, its dissociation constant is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5. if you have to take minus log of 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5, this value will give you pKa. Remember here, pKa means minus log of Ka. So if you know value of Ka, here you can calculate pKa plus log of concentration of salt divided by concentration of acid. That means when you have to calculate pH of acidic buffer, you must know what is the value of dissociation constant of the weak acid, what is the concentration of the salt, and what is the concentration of the acid. Now from this formula you can say that when the acidic buffer is diluted, then the dilution of salt and the dilution of acid takes place to the same extent, and therefore this ratio will not change, and so the pH value will remain constant. Here from this formula you can explain the property of acidic buffer, that is, if you dilute acidic buffer, the pH value of the buffer solution cannot change. How? Because when you dilute the solution, the concentration of salt and concentration of acid changes to the same extent, and the ratio remains constant. pKa cannot change. It will be changed when you change the temperature. So at constant temperature, the value of pH will remain constant. So if you have to calculate pH of acidic buffer, you can calculate by using this formula. And what is pH of basic buffer? How pH of basic buffer can be calculated? See here, what are the changes here? For basic buffer, we have to take weak base, and so we can calculate pOH of the solution. So for basic buffer, pOH of the solution is equal to, see here what is the change, pKb. And what is pKb? It will be minus log of Kb plus log of concentration of salt divided by concentration of base. Remember here, see here what is the difference between these two equations. For acidic buffer we have taken pKa, here pKb, salt upon concentration of acid, here concentration of salt upon concentration of base. And so for basic buffer we can directly calculate pOH of the solution if you know value of Kb, that is dissociation constant of a base, plus log of concentration of salt upon concentration of base. So if you know the value of concentration of salt and concentration of base and value of Kb, you can calculate pOH of the solution like this. Here pOH also cannot change when you dilute the solution, that is concentration of salt and concentration of base changes to the same extent, and therefore it will remain constant. So these two equations are called as Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. Basic buffer, you can calculate pOH, and by using the formula pH plus pOH is equal to 14, you can calculate pH of basic buffer solution also. We'll see what happens when strong acid or strong base is added in small amount in acidic buffer or basic buffer. The pH value remains constant. Now you know that pH changes if you change the concentration of H plus ions or concentration of OH minus ions. Now when you add concentration of when you add H plus ions or OH minus ions in acidic buffer or basic buffer, the pH remains constant, means the concentration of H plus and concentration of OH minus cannot change. That means the H plus ions we are added, they are consumed, they are not free. OH minus we are adding, that means when we add strong base, means we are adding OH minus ions, they are consumed, so pH remains constant. How they are consumed, which reaction takes place, that is called as buffer action, or it is called as mechanism of buffer solution. Now we shall see what happens when you add small amount of strong acid or strong base in acidic buffer, that is buffer action. Now it can be explained by using the example of acidic buffer. Acidic buffer is prepared by addition of weak acid and salt of the same weak acid with strong base. We have taken this example, that is CS3COOH acetic acid and CS3CONA sodium acetate, that is it is the salt of acetic acid with strong base NaOH. Now this buffer solution has constant pH value which is less than 7, and it will remain constant when you add small amount of strong acid and strong base. How? We shall see here. Now, it is the solution in which CS3COOH is weak acid, and so this solution is ionized to less extent to give CS3COO minus ions and H plus ions. It is weak acid, so it is not ionized completely. It ionizes to very less extent to give CS3COO minus ions and H plus ions. Means in this solution you can say that CS3COOH molecules are in excess. The next solution is CS3COONA. CS3CONA is a salt, so it is a strong electrolyte, and so it is completely in the form of ions, that is CS3COO minus and Na plus. See here, CS3CONA is a salt. It is a strong electrolyte. Strong electrolyte is completely ionized, and therefore it will ionize to give CS3COO minus ions and Na plus ions. Means in this solution CS3CONA molecules are not present. Here CS3COO minus ions are present and Na plus ions are present in excess. Remember here the H plus ions are also very less. CS3COO minus ions from CS3COOH are very less, but from CS3CONA the CS3CO minus ions obtained are in large excess and Na plus ions are more. Now you can say that in this solution these are the three components, that is CS3COOH molecules, CS3COO minus ions and Na plus ions. These three components are present in the solution of acidic buffer. Now we shall see when we add strong acid in this solution. Strong acid means we can add HCl, we can add HNO3, H2SO4. Any strong acid, when you add, the common we are adding is H plus ions, or pH can change only due to addition of H plus ions, but here pH remains constant, means these H plus ions will combine with one of these three components. H plus ions here, when we add, what will happen? See here, see this reaction. You remember La Chatali's principle. When we are adding strong acid, means we are adding H plus ions, means we are increasing the concentration of H plus ions. So what will happen? The system will try to decrease the concentration of H plus ions, and for that the added H plus ions will combine with CS3COO minus ions. So when you add small amount of strong acid, that means when you add H plus ions, these H plus ions will combine with CS3COO minus ions from this solution, and you will obtain CS3COOH molecules, which is of weak acid, so it will not ionize easily. That means when we are adding small amount of strong acid, that means we are adding H plus ions, these H plus ions will combine with CS3COO minus ions from this solution, and you can obtain CS3COOH molecules. Means H plus ions are not free here, they are consumed, they are reacted with these ions, and CS3COOH molecules are formed, and so concentration of H plus ions cannot be changed, and so pH of the solution will remain constant. Understand? That is, it is when we add small amount of strong acid, the pH of the solution remains constant. How it remains constant? It can be explained by taking one example. We have taken this example. You can explain this by taking another examples also. The same reaction will take place. What will happen? The H plus ions will combine with the anion, which are obtained from weak acid as well as from the salt. They are same, and they will combine with anions, and it will obtain weak acid, and therefore the pH of the solution will remain constant. Like this, when you add small amount of strong base means you can add NaOH or KOH, means you are adding OH minus ions. Now when you add strong base, the pH of the solution remains constant, means OH minus ions must be consumed, and OH minus ions they will react with. Now these are the three components: CH3COOH, CH3CO minus, and Na plus. When OH minus ions are added, you can say that they cannot combine with CH3CO minus, negatively charged ions are there. OH minus ions, when they combine with Na plus, you can obtain again NaOH, which is strong base, so it will also ionize. That means here acid base reaction takes place, that is CH3COOH molecules are there which are in large in number, they will combine with OH minus ions, that is here acid base neutralization reaction take place, and you can obtain here CH3COO minus ions and H2O molecules will be obtained. That is here you can obtain salt and water, that is ionization reaction. Here you can say Na plus ions are there, Na plus ions are not, we are here OH minus ions are adding, and that means here CH3COO minus ions and H2O molecules are prepared. So what will happen here? OH minus ions are consumed, they are not free, and so the concentration of OH minus ions is not changed, and so pOH of the solution will not change, and so you can say pH of the solution also will not change. Like this, when you add small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base in any buffer solution, here the pH of the solution will remain constant, that is called as buffer action, or it can be explained by using these reaction. Like this you can explain it for basic buffer also. In basic buffer what happens, you can take any example and explain it. There are different applications of buffer solutions in our day-to-day life also. We shall see which are the applications of buffer solution in different fields. In biochemical system, the first use of buffer solution is in biochemical system. Now you know that pH of our blood is from 7.36 to 7.42. Very small change in this pH value will cause death of the man also. That means pH of blood must remain constant, and it is kept constant by these buffers present in blood also. These are carbonate buffers, that is mixture of HCO3 minus plus H2CO3 or different proteins which are present in the buffer. They keep our blood's pH value constant. So this is the application of buffer solution in our body also. Now when we go to the doctor and he give you the injection, now in that injection he prepares the saline solution, and the pH value of that solution must match with pH of blood, and so saline solution contains the buffer solution which maintains the pH of the blood. Now in agriculture, you know that for the good yield of crop, the pH of the soil must be constant. That is, for some crops the pH is less than 7, that is the solution, the soil must be acidic or the soil must be basic for some crops. And here for keeping the pH value of the soil constant, different fertilizers are used, that is the phosphates, carbonates which are present in the soil or which are present in that fertilizer, they keep the pH value of the soil constant. In industry, buffer plays important role in paper, in preparation of paper, different dyes, ink, paint, and different drug industries also the buffer solutions play important role. Now medicines, here remember penicillin preparations are stabilized by addition of sodium citrate as buffer, that is here sodium citrate is used as buffer solution. Magnesium citrate acts as buffer in milk of magnesia. These are the or again different uses of buffer solutions in medicines also. Now in an analytical chemistry, in the chemistry laboratory we have qualitative analysis of basic radicals. In 11th standard also you have studied about the qualitative analysis of basic radicals, and these radicals are divided in different groups, and for precipitation of third A group radicals the solution used are NH4OH plus NH4Cl. Here remember that the pH of the solution is kept constant by using these solutions, that is NH4OH plus NH4Cl. This is the example of basic buffer, and so it keeps the value of pH constant. Here remember for preparation of different solution, buffer solutions are used to keep the pH value of constant and for the different chemical reaction to take place. These are the different applications of buffer solutions. Now you should understand what is buffer solution.